Hello? Someone there? Oh, fuck! Oh, the hell? What the hell happened? I feel like I got hit in the head by a freight train. What the hell? Why is my camera here? What the hell is that? There's a note on my head. For all the pranks you pull, time to return the favor. Survival prank. I left you a bag with what you need if you choose to carry it. What do you mean if you choose to carry it? Find civilization and cell service by tomorrow afternoon and try to survive. Forrest. What a bastard. I guess that's what I get. I'll show him. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna figure out how to start a fire. This is the bag. Jesus Christ. If I choose to carry, there's like 1,000 pounds in here. At least 50. Alright, let me get this thing on. I'm sweating just from putting that bag on, and that's the worst thing you can do out here. Right now, I can't see anything, any direction. No signs of civilization anywhere. But I feel like I could hear water or something over there. So maybe I'm gonna head that way. It's also, if I do have to camp out here, it's a higher spot than I am now. Seems all around me is a bit higher. Finally. Made a quite a distance. Almost at the top of this ridge. From there, it'll hopefully through the trees, if not too thick, give me a good vantage point of everything that's around. And I think I do see a creek down there. Maybe I'll try to head down there. I just want to see what's in this bag. Maybe I could offload some garbage, or maybe, you know, the smart choice is find a safe spot that I want to get to, or that's could double as a campsite as well. Put the stuff down and then explore without all this weight, which will then spend 1,000,000 times less energy. And out here, energy is extremely important. Sure, later in the year, there's a way better ability to forage for food, but this early in the spring, I may need to find water in hopes of finding some minnows or tadpoles or something. But then again, how am I going to catch them? Oh, the challenges. I've been walking for a while already. All this is the same. This is getting a bit much. Mark's not invited to my Maple Leaf Stanley Cup party. One good thing has come out of the last hour. I haven't been eaten by a bear yet. And I did come across some birch laying on the ground that's fairly dry. Not sure what I'm going to do about fire yet. But birch is really good helper to get that going. Oh. Got some sort of water here. Yeah, buddy. That's what I need. I could feel the energy coming back. We got water. And a butterfly. What are you doing out here, butterfly? Alright. Now, this isn't anywhere that could flood on me, but I still think I'm going to try to get a couple feet higher right up here. At least then I'm not right on the cold bottom of the valley here, and I'm also not gonna get wet. Oh look, there's a bit of an overhang there. That might not be a bad idea for some shelter. Let me drop this bag. I'm starting to work up a sweat, and the last thing I want is to be damp, catch a cold or a shiver that I can't get rid of, especially with the fact that it's like 1 degree tonight. That's not a shiver I want to play with. Let me put this down and look around. It's not much of an overhang, but it is something. Like, I mean, where's the sun? I'm assuming that's east-northeast. If the rain was coming from that way, and I sat in here, I could stay dry. Let me go up top here. Maybe I get a better view of what's around. Oh, that's not going to be a good support. Made it to this top here. As far as I can see, any direction is just thick, 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 thick. No signs of anything in any direction. It just gets thicker and thicker. But I did get up to the top here. My bag's way down there. If I fell from here, I'd be in trouble. Heavy. I think right here will do for now. It's a little flatter up here. Gives me shelter from the east. Even if I wanted to start a little fire here for warmth, I can't. Like, I'm not going to move those boulders. I need to figure how to make a little thing here. And then the bigger problem is I'm going to be burning papers and stuff. What the heck am I going to find out here in this wet? Maybe a few twigs. I don't know. Let me sit down here on this jacket. It should keep my ass dry, unlike my back, which is really dangerous. Sit down here and start going through this bag, seeing what the heck we have. Alright, we're posted up against this rock. The ground is soaking wet, but I'm sitting on my jacket. It'll dry quickly if nothing else, and it'll keep my ass dry. My back is soaked. I gotta do something about that. But first is this water. Thank you, Mark. Alright, let's see what we have in this thing. Start here. That's tiring stuff. Good exercise though. Got another sweater. It's my Sea-Doo jacket. I wonder if he's trying to tell me something, that we should be on the Sea-Doo. 1,000,000 GoPro batteries. That's an essential, obviously. Cut my way through the brush. Too bad I already got to my destination. A walking stick. Could have used this before I got here as well. Let's see. Alright guys, we got a walking stick that we should have used to get here. That and this are all part of that hammock I was telling you about. Hammock tent, the Amok. I guess you guys are going to get a sneak peek of it. We got Pop-Tarts. Smart guy, left me a pair of socks. Oh, another warm jacket. Let's put this on because it kind of feels more campy. He gave me half of the cooking kit. Normally it has the other half, the pot, the burner, some dishes, some forks, everything. I got a switch spoon and I got the cup part. But we have water, so if we could get a fire going, worst case scenario, I could drink hot water to try to keep my core warm. Oy, oy, oy. Another water. That's a lot of water for one day. No wonder I'm carrying all this weight. Oh, a camping pillow. Survive in style. Oh, backcountry walk for original fried rice. I guess we're starting to realize what the water and pot and pan and stuff is for. Apple crisp, brown sugar, apple raisin with French vanilla granola breakfast. Well, if I keep the fire through the night, I'll have breakfast. Fire piston for starting survival fires when you can't. I'll go through this whole thing after when we try to start. I won't use a lighter. I'll first try to start these survival ways. I've always been curious about this thing. I understand the principle behind it. It makes sense. Really cool device. But I don't know if it works. Oh, no wonder I'm carrying all this weight. It's all in water. Oh. I don't have any, unless I could find some bugs out here, but I don't think so. I have survival fishing kit. Now most people just keep a little bit of line and a hook attached to their hat or something. We have the water down there. If I could find something to use as bait, maybe I could catch a little panfish or something for dinner. He got us the sleeping bag here. Waterproof, windproof, sold-out bag, envelope sleeping bag. And it's rating down to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, so he has me living right on that edge. Oh look, we got a wire saw. Could see how that works for a minute, out of curiosity. We got a whistle. Is this a regular whistle, or we'll try it? We got a whistle for the animals. Oh look, a flint starter, I think. Is that what that is? I think that's a flint starter. We'll have to figure that out. Oh, we got some starter here as well, fire starter. And this is straightforward, the little breathing tube for this way, to put some oxygen on your fire. I'm carrying a lot of weight here that in a survival situation you would want to drop. I do feel a lighter here, a knife, okay. So he didn't leave me completely hung out to dry. Ooh, the LED flashlight. We'll have to check that out at night. An extra hat, an extra face buff. And I think that's about it. But you know what, all in all, for surviving, I think I'm pretty good. Let me, I think I'm going to set up this tent first. Once I get the tent set up, then I'll worry about the fire and everything else. At least then I keep the stuff off the ground and dry. Let me get this thing going and I'll check in a bit. Alright guys, so what I'm noticing before I go do this hammock tent is right now, as I'm sitting in one spot, I'm really cooling down and getting a bit of a chill. Oh, it's a lot better out here in the sun right now. Oh, that's not bad. Alright guys, so I can't really find a good place to make a fire around here. Even though everything's wet, I just don't feel comfortable lighting it directly on leaves like that. It would spread in no time. And I can't find rocks anywhere to make a little pit. Any rocks I'm willing to move anyways. I'm not going to move boulders for this. If this was a real dire survival situation, I would grab my stuff and keep moving and try to find the right place to make a proper fire, because fire with tonight's temperatures would be number one, being that I'm dressed extremely warm, and I have lots of stuff with me. Fire maybe is a number two right now, but it's early in the day and I just want to keep my core warm, get something in me for some energy, and go from there. So what I'm going to do right now is on this rock just make a little hand-sized fire, try out those tools, see if I could actually do it. If yes, I'm going to cook that stir-fried rice rations bag. From there, make sure I use one of the bottles to pour everything out, make sure it goes out properly. That way it's also less weight for me to carry. And then I don't have any proper trees around here either for this hammock. They're all either Widowmakers or too thin. So I think, being it's still early, I have time. It's okay to catch my breath now. I'll do this and then I will maybe relocate a little bit, try to find somewhere either better to do proper fire, or maybe catch a fish. That would be cool. All right guys, so what I did here is I made a little, like literally this is all I'm doing, a little tiny little thing like this for now. But what I did is I made a little birch base. I did that just specifically so the rock doesn't suck the heat out. It should help keep it lit. There's a bit of dry grass here, but some of it is like, this is all damp, so don't know how that's gonna work. And realistically, all the twigs everywhere, everything around me is soaking wet. I was digging over there hoping to find a worm, but no luck yet. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try first this piston, fire piston. So what you do with the fire piston, like I said, I never tried this before, is you pack a little bit of grass or something that should be able to light fairly easily. You pack that into a bowl. For the potheads out there, it's not a bong, but same principle. Pack it in there a bit. I don't know if you're supposed to go tight or not. And basically what it is when you put it in the cylinder, the compression is what's supposed to give you an amber. Once you have the amber, transfer it over to your bigger fire and try to go from there. So you start it in here, and as you can see, there's pressure. And then what you do is you put it down. Yeah, we're moving on to that other one. Give me one sec here. Alright guys, so we put more of the fiber here just because everything's so wet. I even used a knife, got some birch shavings just to maybe hope to catch. All I need is to catch a few ambers, and I try to influence the fire a bit. Once we get going, I'll throw some of these wet logs on here, or wet twigs, logs, what am I talking about? I also took the rope off of that because I found it was really affecting my ability to strike this thing. So let's hopefully get lucky now. Let's see. Wasn't bad at all in one try. I know it kind of appears like I'm smothering this thing, but at the same time everything's wet. I just want to get it on there. Not bad though for one swing. Well, I'd say that worked pretty good in one swing, and it got me what I needed. Look at that. And that's why I didn't spend much time on that piston, because I knew with the magnesium ones it would be a pretty quick couple seconds. So not bad at all. So the magnesium starter, where's that rope? I need to, oh, right here. That magnesium starter, that's the way to go. That worked too well. And right now I'm just cooking some Pop-Tarts. Once my Pop-Tarts are ready, I'm gonna eat them, put the fire out, and move on to the next place to try to both find a place for the hammock and to find a better spot for a safe fire. It's hot. Got nice hot Pop-Tarts. I don't even like Pop-Tarts, but these things are perfect today. Right now, trying to use the last little bit of heat I have, which I don't think is enough, but I'm trying. And if I could boil a bit of that water, I could make some other food. If not, I'll do that again when I get to the proper spot. But yeah, not bad at all. Take that, Forest. Alright guys, just as I feared, there is nowhere near enough heat to boil that cup of water in this little thing. Now it did warm up the water quite a bit, which is impressive. But I'm now using the water to make sure everything is put out. And then I'll use the last bit of the water bottle. So needless to say, I'm not going to be able to cook those rations here. But I think that's okay, because those Pop-Tarts really hit the spot, gave me the energy I need. I lost some water weight here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to the water and see if I could get lucky and maybe catch a fish. And then that could be dinner when we get to the big fire and find a place to set up camp. Because while this originally looked ideal, it's really not. So let me start heading down and I'll see you in a sec. I got my pointless walking stick here. I guess it could help in some ways when you got bad ankles like me. Oh. I can see the water. Dun dun dun. Oh. All right. So now I don't imagine I'll find any good panfish right here, maybe in a little bit deeper over there. But I could see little tadpoles or minnows. So if this was a true survival situation, I could get some protein or whatever out of those. But I don't need that right now. What I need is a grasshopper or a worm. That would be ideal. But I don't think that's coming either. Let me get to a more open spot. Oh look, what's that? Something just moved there. That was probably a little fish. It created quite a bit of ripples. Let me get over to a good spot here, and then we'll see what this survival fishing kit has. Alright, so this box is no longer waterproof. The seal came right off. Still a good box to put your stuff in. And I also got this spool of, it looks like a kite spool, but of some line here, which may or may not be ideal because, well, the line's ideal, but this setup may not work too well because I can't get it out there far enough. What I may try to do is maybe make my walking stick. Now, it also comes with a few swivel leaders, 2 hooks, and 2 weights. Now where I am here, there's no way I need those big weights on it, and the hooks come protected. There's no way I need those big weights on this, and I can't find any worms or anything. But what I did is, I should have done it raw because it wouldn't be all sticky like it is now, but I saved a piece of Pop-Tart. Now there's a couple things to consider. I'm lucky I have the hook and the line and stuff here. If you didn't, you know, you can use a piece of wire, bottle cap off a can top. The cap, you could cut it into a hook. There's a lot of other ways to improvise. If I needed to focus quickly on and urgently on a shelter at this moment, I could have tied this to a tree or something and just let it sit there. There's a lot to consider. The other thing is, if this was dead of summer, I would have no choice but to try to get into that deeper water over there, which for sure would mean wet shoes and socks and everything. But being spring, if this was a larger lake, a lot of the fish would be coming closer to the shore right now, as they would in late fall to stock up before winter, which then means maybe I could get lucky right now because it is this early in the season. Okay, I'll try to throw this out and maybe get lucky. Alright guys, obviously I'm cutting a lot of clips out because this video would have been 2,000 hours long, but what I did in this case is I used the walking stick to my advantage, and I was able to drop the line over that twig over there, so then the bait doesn't just bury itself in all that leaves and everything at the bottom there and disappear from the sight. So right now it's kind of just hanging over, which then at least that way I could also see when the line moves. It's hanging over a bit right now, and just under the water surface, so that way I could actually sit back here for a change, relax for 20 minutes and see if I could hit that fish. There's a lot of bubbles coming behind it. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, nothing works, we pack it up and go find a place to set up this hammock tent. I don't know if you guys could see it. There's like tiny little minnows jabbing at my bait, but there's no way that big hook is gonna get them. They're just gonna ruin my bait. Well, the fishing's not working, other than those little things biting down. They're not gonna get that hook, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk back to my bag over there, pick it up and carry on. But for now I figured, let's try this wire saw somewhere. Curious to see how good this works. Just want to find a dead branch, don't want to cut down anything alive. Let's see. Well guys, I tried that wire saw. I wanted to show you a little more. I cut that little branch and then I went to cut the big one and the thing broke, but it did work for a bit. I think I gotta start walking that way. The wind's picking up, it's getting a bit chillier, it's late afternoon, and I don't have a place for a proper fire, and I haven't found a place for set up that tent hammock yet. So let's go get my bag, get this, don't break my ankles, get this show on the road before it's too late and I'm stuck. Plus I think it's easier to survive close to a road when you know it's there. Go from there. What the f are you doing?
Hello buddy, how are ya?
The hell are you doing here?
Well, you'd be so surprised by this, but you were bored and you said last night, I don't know what I'm gonna do on Saturday. I said, you know what, I know what you're gonna do on Saturday. Survive. So I kidnapped you, I brought you out here, I left you with hopefully the bag that you found, and then I decided to kind of be like oversee and make sure you don't die. And I got bored when you were like fishing, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have a bit of a nap, set up here. I think you were fishing somewhere over there, and you found me. Congratulations, you won.
Well, part of me is happy to see you. The other part of me wants to throw you in that lake behind me for leaving me out here with a 50-pound bag. But I see you set up the hammock tent now.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So I'm assuming you're camping out here with me tonight?
Unfortunately, no, we're not. We have to walk all the way back to the car. They just announced that you can't camp on Crown land as of today. Blame Ford for that.
Well, here's the hammock I was going to set up and go take a nap in, but I think now I'm just going to kick him out of his and take a nap, because this is absolutely crazy.
I don't think that's
how far's the car from here?
Surprisingly not that far.
What does not that far mean in kilometers?
Well, I have no idea, but enough that I've made the walk out here, so.
So I should be able to see the car then?
No. Well, I also kind of felt that it's a bit wet out still.
It's soaking.
Yeah, it's early in spring, but I figured at least make it a day trip for you.
I got out. Can I try the hammock? Since I'm not setting mine up? Yay!
You gotta try the hammock.
So wait, don't go too much into it, because as I said earlier in this video and promised in a previous video, you're gonna be sending out a whole video about this hammock, the review, and all the cool little features. Right now he only has it set up as a hammock, but it does a hell of a lot more. But to see that, you're gonna have to check out Forest Sound on his channel.
It's coming soon.
It's coming soon.
But
We'll be out here
not
in no
soon
time.
enough.
Never soon enough.
But I wanted to try it out first, just to make sure, have a couple runs before I do the video.
So I see there's yeah, you only have the base hammock on. You still have the tent part, the tarps, all that are for later, I guess, right? So I have a couple kilometer walk though.
Yeah, like
Okay, 2 or 3. So get out of the hammock. I'm sleeping for 15 minutes, getting my juice back up, and then I guess you're taking me to McDonald's or for some real food, since I'm not really surviving. This is survival-ish camping, not even camping. All right, let's do this. Get out.
All right.
See, I'm not that bad of a friend. I let him at least lie down. What do you think?
I need you to keep it quiet for a few minutes because I'm in heaven right now.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make myself a little snack before we walk out. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do like a fadeaway shot for him. So, anything you want to say before you pass out?
As always, thanks for watching. Thanks to Forrest for not killing me but getting me out of the house.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. And I didn't mention the Sea-Doo's at the house, the boat's at the house, so we'll be out there in no time. See you soon. Peace.
I wish we could just do this every day.
Well, get kidnapped and
Well, no, not that. But better than you sitting in your house. Look at this. Guys, tell me I'm right in the comments below, but this is freaking amazing.
you know, if he called me and said, hey, let's go spend the day in the woods, I don't think I'd ever say no in my life.
That's the right answer.
But yet Mark wants to be entertained so badly that calling me and saying, hey, you want to go to the woods, just didn't suffice. He figured, let's kidnap him.
Well, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. I mean, it's kind of fun to mess with your buddy, right? So, and remember the last thing you did? It caused me so much trouble. So, it's only fair. But, I mean, this is pretty dang good. This is a good reward. Also, you're shooting way up in the sky.
Shooting myself.
Oh.
Alright.
Well, guys, hey, just want to say, catch him outdoors, but it's really catch me outdoors, which is him.
So I did something actually on my name, on all my social media, is I added the YT at the end for YouTube.
Oh.
Just so then that way, if you write Catch Me Outdoors YT, it might be easier to find my page.
Well, guys,
So,
don't forget the YT.
Who knows? It's all about the YT. All about the YT. So now, according to Mark, we have maybe 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers
Come on now, there's
up
a
and down
puddle.
the hills here.
Share the road.
My socks are already wet. And then we're done. So now we're done. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next time for another adventure with Catch Me Outdoors.